In this episode of the Iron Empire, we take you for a ride in our new CF Moto UTV.
Oh, gee.
All right, guys, so Andy and I have been looking at these things for a little while, and it was actually Andrew's idea. I'm going to blame her for this one. We wanted this little UTV side by side, and we pulled the pin and we got one, and we couldn't be happier. This thing freaking rules. Okay, so for those who aren't familiar with a UTV, they're basically a quad, but a side by side. So they take two seats. Sometimes you can get a bench seat. This one is a twin bucket seat. And it's really designed for farm work, and also this one's sort of a semi-sport, so you can go, it's a little bit quicker, you can go off-roading and stuff like that. We wanted something for the farm where you can do a few chores and utilize the tray in the back. All right, so she's obviously a pretty dinky little thing, but it's also made for just around the yard stuff. So this thing's got a hydraulic assist tipper on it, which is super handy. It's also got a tow bar. I often use this to move cars around the yard that haven't got a motor, not driving for whatever reason, or trailers and stuff. We load it up with you know, mulch and gravel, whatever we're doing, little odd jobs around the house, which there's plenty of because we're building. So yeah, this thing has been awesome, and obviously the main thing we like to do is get out and enjoy the off-roading as well. I'm not a big off-road guy, but being such a little dinky thing, we can get into little small spots and see some of this awesome wildlife we get around here as well. CF Moto are a bit of a mover in the motorbike world. They're starting to sort of generate a bit of a backing. They've been around since '89 now, so they actually started to put out some really good quality products. This particular model is the UPS 800. So this thing is an 800cc V-twin liquid cooled motor. It's got full drive, it's got full disc brakes, electronic power steering, and it's got lockers front and rear. So this thing can actually go off-roading. It also can be really handy because where we are on the land, we get some sheep sometimes get out in the forest. They sneak out the gates, and we are right on the Mount Crawford forest, so we can get out there, sometimes push those sheep in, and it's a bit of a blast doing it at the same time. All right, we're gonna go for a bit of a strap in the forest, see if we can round up some sheeps. Alright guys, so we're now on the furthest point of our sheep run. This is where the sheep get right out to this far side of the forest. So we usually come around here. We managed to get a bit closer towards home. And this is one of our favourite spots. This is overlooking, there's so much of the Adelaide Hills we can see from here, and you can see well out into the flats of the Barossa Valley. One of our favourite spots up here. I thought I'd just quickly say, while we're here, that we got some new Iron Empire merch. We got some hoodies, some jackets actually. So we got this zip up right up your neck, warm as toast, Iron Empire with the Iron Empire print on the rear, of course. These things are available in the camo green that I'm wearing, and also in black on black. So they're only available in limited numbers. I have a very, very small number of these to see how they go. So if anyone wants one of these, jump onto the online store right now and grab one. Now, they are very small for their size. I'm usually like a large-ish. This is an XL, and it still could probably even be a bit bigger. So definitely choose the size up, if not even a bit more. So yeah, check out the online store right now. All right, so for now, we're done for our run. Let's get back to the Iron Empire. We're gonna show you one more upgrade to the shop. Okay, so we've been super busy here behind the scenes of the Iron Empire, and another new addition to this place is my new carport. Thank you to my mate Ben, who came over from Victoria and helped me. We pumped this thing out in a couple of days. I think it was 3 in total, and it's a combination of reclaimed materials and also new materials, and I'm absolutely stoked with the outcome. This thing is freaking huge. Okay, so we've ended up with a total of 6 meters in length by 12 meters in width. So I can park 4 cars in here comfortably with room to walk past the front. And the intention of this addition was to maybe house 2 projects only and then 2 of our dailies. At the moment, we've got too many cars as per usual. So at the moment it's going to be loaded up with just projects, and our dailies are going to be sitting out in the weather. But coming into winter, they get driven all day in the rain anyway, so no big deal. So we thought we'd just do a bit of a clean up at the moment, and yeah, I thought a perfect opportunity to show you the new addition. So starting with the beams that are holding this thing up, these are Oregon beams. They're like 120 or 130 actually by 300. They're monstrous beams. Now they are Oregon, they're not really meant for outside, but these things, the size of them, they're gonna last. They are freaking overkill. These came from down Woodville North, the old email factory that Jake's shop is in, Jake's Chop Shop, and I took them out of there probably a couple of years ago. They were out the front, and Jake's like, get rid of these things. So I've scored these, I've left all the old hardware on there because I love the old patina, and yeah, we've finally repurposed them. Now the actual framing is like a 250 by 80 mil, I think it is, thick gauge C-channel. This is all seconds as well, so I've welded all these beams up to make the length that I wanted. Painted them on the ground before we assembled them, and then built the thing up there with it all painted. Then we've gone through with some 100mm C-channels in gal, and then finished it off with some galvanized roof sheets. Now every bay I've put a clear sheet so we can get a bit of sunlight through, and between every clear sheet we've got some insulation for some good quality insulation. So that is like a 2.5 energy rating or something. So it keeps so much heat out, it's unbelievable. And even in the mornings when we get a super foggy morning, Andrew parks her car under here, we get no fog. So it's so much easier to keep the cars out of the weather. So absolutely stoked on this build. The last thing we have to do is just a few flashings, which I got to order today. I keep forgetting to do that, just the flashings to finish it all off. And we've run the fall back into the existing shed with a new box guarder to catch all that rain. So we are catching so much rain this winter. It's going to be awesome. All right guys, so now as you can see, the carport is fully loaded up with projects, which it's not meant to be, but this is what we've got for now. Fairland's going to go in the end there. At the moment we've just got the mower, but the plan is to have just a couple of projects and a couple of dailies. Over the coming months, we're going to get some of these projects moving forward, and then once we do, we'll have this set up the way we want it. And as you can see, the Bronco is now nestled snugly under cover here in the dry. So we can start work on this. We've got a bunch of stuff from Mark down F100 spares to get that Bronco to the next level. So that will be coming up in a future episode very, very soon. So stay tuned for that. We're now done our little run for the day on the CF Moto. Absolutely love this thing. Absolutely ridiculous. It probably owes us more than all of our daily drivers put together. But we freaking love this little thing. We have a blast in it, and it is super handy for around here. As you can see, We've built this from the ground up. Okay guys, so that is it for this week's episode. Thanks for joining us once again. Don't forget to check out the online store if you like the new jackets. There is also 2 beanies available in the store, ready for this winter. It's starting to get cold. It's definitely getting cold up here in the Adelaide Hills. Also, do me a favor, jump onto YouTube, check out Jake's Chop Shop. Jake, who you guys know very well through the channel, does a lot of stuff down at the workshop. I haven't been down there much lately, been too busy tied up here, but he has now started his own YouTube channel and he's doing a heap of great stuff on there. A hell of a lot more than what's going on over here at the moment. So thanks for picking up the slack, Jake. Check out Jake's Chop Shop. We've got a heap of good fab work. He's doing a lot of really nice cars, a lot of really high-end builds. So go check that out and I will put the link right here. I'll see you all on an upcoming episode. Cheers, guys.